I was doing bicep curls and I realized something. In all my years of markets, I've never heard one single person say, and this is in over 10 years, not one single person has ever said, my goal is to make the least amount of money by buying the tops and selling the bottoms. Not one person has ever said that to me. Yet, surprise, surprise, everyone does it. Most market participants actually do this. But everybody says they won't, but everybody does it. What's going on? So I put down my dumbbell, I took a whiff of the fresh air, and I realized, you know what? Everybody's a poopy head. There's something else going on. They fondle their soap in the shower. Pre-marital relations with their soap. Your soap is your portfolio. You are not meant to play with it and fondle it and diddle it at all. It's meant to sit there and you're meant to look at it and then keep looking at it. The more you play with it, slippage, brokerage costs, your emotional swings, they all tear away at it. Tear. You're going to need stitches. Stop playing with it. Touching your portfolio too many times is very harmful. We have this from the stock market people, the boomers. You remember this meme? It's a cute peppy meme made for this dude with the thinking. Okay, you remember, stock market people, bless their hearts, they have learned from these mistakes. They haven't really learned. Everybody in stock still does it. But we have the wisdom there. Why do people keep doing it? It's because people don't follow instructions. That's the truth. They don't follow instructions. But it goes deeper than that. Because I'm watching the same chart as you. I don't blame you. If I was holding Bitcoin here, I would have been out, man. I mean, Bitcoin goes from 5 cents up to 50 cents at 10x, up to now $5. You've done 100x, baby. 100x your money. What else do you need in life? Nothing goes 100x. Surprise, surprise. From your exit, Bitcoin still went another 191x. It happened. So you have to learn from these, or you will become the lesson on the chart for someone like me who's digging through for evidence, friendship, and kindness. Because there are stories here. There are souls that were lost. They saw Bitcoin come. And of course, when the price goes up, everybody is saying, I want a chair. Give me more green candles, sir. And I'll say, you're not from Dublin. You're a Scotsman. These green candles are addictive because when they appear, our eyes move onto the person who was telling us to buy from a long time ago. So what we do is, this is what happens, and I noticed it happened with me, okay? So let's say we have a theory of how we think the story plays out, and the theory goes like this. We go, okay, step A, step B, C, D, E. There's 5 parts to this. There's 5 parts to our theory, okay? Now, what happens is, you got to learn from the early Bitcoin friends. I'm telling you, all the evidence is in here. So what happens is, Bitcoin's first theory maybe plays out here. And then number 2 plays out here. And then number 3 plays out here. So what everybody does is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Okay. So what everybody does is, we will go find the influencers. We will go find the macroeconomists, the analysts, the analysts, if you will. And we'll say, oh my God, this person said scenario 1 would happen. Then he, she, they, them said scenario 2 would happen. Then they said number 3 would happen. And then this person, me, wearing fluffy slippers, we will go out to the mainstream media, crypto media, and we get a forum. We get a gathering around us. And what happens is, our voice now has a force multiplier. There is evidence that what we are saying has some truth behind it, because it has been playing out just like how we said it would. So then they put the spotlight on us, okay? They literally put the spotlight on us, friends. And then they want to know what comes next. And we say, well, I have 5 fingers on my hand, kind madam. Number 1, number 2, number 3. And they'll say, please, sir, please tell us what comes next. Tell us what comes next for the price. Where's the price going? And we'll say, well, guess what? You might not know this, but there's a number that comes after 3. It's called 4. And you're like, oh my God, what comes after 4? And you go, that's right, number 5. That's right. 4 and 5 are coming next. So then everybody latches onto 4 and 5. And of course, guess what happens next? Instead of going up, we go down. That's actually this bear market you're looking at here. This is literally what I've just done for you. I've literally described to you every single narrative that's ever been birthed, lived its life, and died in every single asset class. Crypto is no different. This is exactly the blueprint of how it all happens. It happened again and again and again. It's going to keep happening again. But what's the difference? Of course, you can't predict these. The difference is the multiplier of the numbers change. Do you see how in my first example, we were counting from 1 to 5? Well, we're so diminished now. We're like counting from 1 to 2 now. So there are people who now say, well, you know, I believe we're going to pump wave 1, wave 2, and then wave 3. But guess what? We stop at 1 and 2 right here. This is what happens. This is why we keep diminishing in crypto. But everybody still keeps their targets. Why are people buying the bottoms like me? Why are people doing it? It's because weak hands are getting out. We don't know the narrative. That's the truth. Okay, you got to remember this. Okay, so people who buy the bottoms, right? Us. Okay, and there will be a peach emoji, and there's a secret Easter egg for you. There is also a pretzel emoji if you know what that means. If you know what that is. Okay, so people who buy the bottoms, we do not know the next narrative. We do not know who's buying with us. We don't know anything. All we know is that price is low and weak hands are out. That's all we know. I promise you this. Every single time. You have to read through this again. It doesn't matter the asset class you're in. It's every single time. We don't know the next narrative. We don't know. See, this makes a lot of people uncomfortable. They say, well, why are you getting in? Do you know something about the rates? Do you know something about the government? Do you know something about, is there going to be another ETF? Are we going to do some sort of adoption? Is Mars going to come adopt our currency? Are the aliens going to come down and tell us, you know, I'm kind of using crypto up here? No, we don't know anything. We don't even know who's buying with us. We don't know, yes, there's a secret accumulator. But it's very interesting, I can tell you right now, during the crypto bear, so see when, friends, you see here, down here when FTX was exploding, okay, when FTX was exploding, I'm telling you, you don't have to tell you. You can go back to my Twitter and you can search it. I was making messages saying, friends, this could be the end, but I think it's the bottom. Everyone's depressed. We have so many bottom signals, and I'm pretty sure secret government, deep state insiders, they know who they are. They are accumulating now. I don't know their names. I can't give you evidence. You're going to have to go off faith, but they are accumulating now. They've got their little bids here because they know what's coming next. I don't know what's coming next, but I know something's coming next. Surprise, surprise. This was the FTX candle. You remember? FTX exploded. That was the bottom and then big fat sexy time, wasn't it? It's exactly what happened, but I did not know the narrative. I just knew weak hands were getting out. When people ask me, how do you know weak hands are getting out? You never really know, but in crypto, we're so vocal. We have Twitter and YouTube. There's not government currency manipulation printing to backstop it. So people's emotions are more pure. It is a pure, it's like one of the last free markets in the world. Actually, I think is the last free market, if that's how you want to call it. So while we're able to do this, we take advantage of it. Maybe one day in the future we won't. Because the stock market's pretty random. There's trillions sloshing up and down. The government manipulates it. Because the government's not stupid. They know. If the stocks go down, it's game over for society. They know that now. There's too many pensioners stuck in it. We don't know the next narrative. All I know is everybody had given up hope. You see here? That's all I knew. Everyone gave up hope. Depression is when you see no more hope left. That's actually the definition of depression. People were literally saying, I have no hope left for this industry. It was all over Twitter. Okay, so don't forget, when we buy low, we don't know anything. We just don't know anything. And yes, it always feels bad. So when you're buying, this is the character of someone like me who's buying. Other people, no one ever tells me they're going to sell the bottom yet they end up doing it. No one. All I know is price is low, weak hands are out. That's all you got to tell me. Don't care. Weak hands are out? Okay, time to get in. You know, fashion, right? You know how people like, sometimes people like putting like an Apple emoji on their jumper or doing weird stuff. Like, oh, what's the fashion? Is it ripped jeans or tight jeans? Or is it blue jeans or black jeans? I don't know, man. Make up your freaking mind. It changes every like season. Thing is, the cool people who think they're cool, what they do is they wait for the uncool people to stop liking something. and they'll only go to the unknown. That's how they think. And they know once the uncool people are starting to wear their fashion, do the same hairstyle, wear the same brands, they now know that fashion brand, it ain't like the in thing. We got to get out. That's how these people think. Not everybody can be cool in fashion. You notice that, right? We all know that. We're all just average. I'm in a dusty room wearing fluffy slippers, and this is not cool. Most people won't say it's cool. Well, I think it's cool, right? Because it's about the person. But these fashion people, what are they going to say? They're going to say, well, not everyone can be cool. Only a few select, the top 5%. It's the same as markets. Winner takes all. It's literally the exact same as markets. You're dealing with an oscillator, friends. You're dealing with an oscillator of people, and it is an oscillator, okay? At the top, everybody's cool. At the bottom, everybody's a loser. That's what it is. Market emotions and cycles. The difference is in crypto, all right, and financial markets, there is a tool here called the money printer. Of course, you know about the money printer. The money printer, they keep printing fiat, and fiat money circles around the world, and it eventually lands in our crypto bucket, all right? And when it does, it drags it up over time. That's how our total market cap is going up. It's feeding it in, and we're creating value. We're soaking up that USD. That's why the chart, when it goes down on a linear chart, looks like it's death, but actually it's going up on a log chart. So all these people, no matter what, they will keep telling me and you, I'm going to buy the bottom, I'm going to sell the top. They're always going to say that. There's always going to fail. Markets are too chaotic. I've explained to you in videos, by the time you are confirmed that it's actually over, let's go very slow here. By the time you're confirmed it's over, half of the moves is finished. Look at this. This was the move, okay? You see this? Let's do this so you can see it. See, this is the move up here. And look when it was confirmed to be over. Bang. Look at that. You went up, you retraced half the move. Okay, bull market's over. Like, what do you mean it's over? We've retraced half the move. The new bull market should be starting. Nope. That's why it's dangerous if you don't know this. You have to look for signs of people being naked. Do they have glitter on their faces, doing handstand in the street? Is everybody saying, yes, Bitcoin's going to save my life? That's why I'm just preparing just in case, man. Like, I hope Bitcoin goes to 120K. I have hope it goes to 150, 180. I think it should. But we're not in control. Okay? Who's going to be buying Bitcoin at 80K? Think about it. Who will be buying it? It will be people who are telling you, like, we are still early. We are still early. We're buying at 80K, but the next stop is 480. That's what they're going to be saying because they're going to be believing it because they're just the exit liquidity for everybody who got in. So at the end of the day, you know, if you're buying anything, you don't actually need to know insider information. If you are sitting there patiently, you get to buy off weak hands. I promise you this, friends. This is my last message for you. If you buy when the weak hands get out, just know that a whale or someone on the inside is buying off them. And eventually, when the rest of the market recovers to the point that they're happy with, the inflection point, those strong hands, they will invent a narrative out of nowhere. Okay? A narrative didn't exist, now it exists. I'm not kidding. They will invent a narrative out of nowhere. They'll start a rumor. They'll say, wow, you know this coin? It can go to freaking $20,000. El Salvador's going to adopt my NFT as a currency. They will say that. And it will catch on. Seen it time and time again. You can find out the easy way or the hard way. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, press the bell button and all. Tell mum and dad, still going to make it. We do appreciate them. Catch you in the next one, friends.